So the screen is a bit too far for me to reach. Soup is actually a tom yum. Cheers! Very, very fragrant. Wow. So the plane is a bit shaky. I'm really, really worried about my wine. But at the same time, I'm so excited to try this. Obviously, I had to edit this video. While watching it, I was honestly getting so thirsty for wine. And even though during the start of the pandemic, I definitely stopped drinking just because I didn't want to drink at home. Yeah, this video was making me want some more wine. Their port and dessert wine was so good that I could still taste it in my mouth, and watch as the flight attendant decides to move my drink closer to me simply because I told her I didn't fancy the nuts. She's very obsessive compulsive, which I quite like. And I'm going to try to pronounce this with my best French accent. The next wine is called an Albert Bichou. It's a Beaujolais from France, and it's looking pretty good. And check out the turbulence. I do have to be careful because these wines, I don't want them to go to waste. Cheers! It's nice and chilled. It's very chilled actually. And the flavor is amazing. It's gonna go very well with my meal. It's a very light wine. I am someone who purely enjoys wine. I am not by any means an expert. The next wine I'm going to be trying is a Monte Sole. It's a 2018 wine from Italy. And again, I've never tried this wine before, so I got it simply because it's just something new. Personal favorites, I would probably go for a Shiraz or maybe a Cabernet Sauvignon, and definitely something simple, even like a Merlot, just as long as it's very oaky. So I think I've been told that when you have alcohol when you're up in the air, you actually get dehydrated even more, so it's always best to hydrate. It's really nice because a flight attendant comes over and checks up on me.
Yeah, would you like to have a nuts?
No, it's okay. I'll just wait for the food to come. Thank you. I was constantly being offered nuts, food, anything, everything. I love it here. Honestly, the service here is excellent. I honestly love the Filipino hospitality. I'm waiting for my appetizer to come, and I'm very excited to start eating again. That's all I've done during this trip is eat and eat, but also run to the boarding gate. So I'm definitely burning calories, but I'm gaining a lot of calories. While we wait for my food, let's go around the plane and see what it looks like. When I boarded the plane, I was quite shocked to see at how empty it was. On my way to Doha from Heathrow Airport, the plane was so jam-packed. However, as you'll see, it was practically empty. I know a lot of people are still nervous about traveling these days. Check this out. It's like a ghost plane, or it's like we went through a Bermuda Triangle. 0 passengers except for that one guy. It was only last February when the Philippines actually opened its doors to tourists and travelers. So I do expect a lot of people flying over to Manila very, very soon. I've been traveling since the start of the pandemic, and definitely there's so much more people at the airports right now. But it's so nice to go back to my seat. I love my glasses of wine. They're waiting for me, and I always take the front seat closest to the pilot, which is 1K. Let's go see what's available for viewing. I hope there's something interesting to watch while we wait for the food to arrive. I kind of enjoy this because this is not the usual plane that I fly with Qatar Airways. So far it's always been the Q Suite, but check this out. This is so old school that it's becoming like a novelty. Okay, I'll be honest, the screen is pretty far. I was really hoping that I'll be able to move the screen a little bit forward, but thank goodness my eyesight is still okay. If you do have issues seeing from afar, then yeah, you might struggle to see the screen. And she did say it's touch screen, however there is a remote. I'm just wondering, how are you supposed to touch the screen if it's that far? I've mentioned this in my previous videos, but for some reason every time I fly back to Manila, it's never the Q suite, and when I fly from Manila, it's also not a Q suite. I do hope that we get Q suites soon coming from Manila and flying to Manila. I hope you stay tuned on my next videos because I'm going to show you everything that I ordered here. I'll also show you what's on the menu, and yeah, this trip for me was pure indulgence because after this, when I get back to civilization in city life Manila, I know I'm not going to be as happy as I would be in the islands. I really hope that the Philippines does make it a little bit simpler and easier for locals, especially of the Philippines, to be able to get around more. But going back to my wonderful trip with Qatar Airways, check it out because I'll be having Thai food, I'll be having Italian food, I'll be sampling most of their wines, if not all. I'll also be having my favorite cheese platter, and the list goes on. You'll also see here one of my favorite things about flying with Qatar Airways. Aside from, of course, the food and the drinks, their service is just so amazing. As you'll see here, this is nighttime and she's setting up my table. And they have this dine-on-demand experience where literally any time of the flight, you can enjoy a real meal as if you were fine dining at an haute cuisine restaurant or a romantic restaurant somewhere in Paris or at the Maldives. There really is no shortage of excellence and quality service here. So stick around because yeah, I'll be landing soon in Manila as well. Do let me know too because I do plan to make videos about my own country, so I'll be traveling a lot locally. Would you want to see that? Is that something you'd be interested in, or do you definitely prefer my international flights? I love sharing experiences and information if I can make it any easier for you to travel. Or if you have any questions that you'd like to ask me, feel free to comment because as much as I can, I do pretty much reply to everyone who asks me anything. My flight attendant, I'm so lucky to have her because, well, not to be biased, but she's also a fellow Filipina and the hospitality is just so genuine and you can really feel that she cares. Over in front of me right now, that is my favorite cheese platter and it comes with assorted bread. I think I've only slept for about 2 hours during this 8-hour flight. So I hope to see you soon. Bye!